Where we left off a little bit was talking about membrane permeability, surfactant enhancement. How does nutrient get across the cell membrane? And tiny little platforms that exist called sphingosine and ceramide, very small platform that assist to help cause nutrient to cross the cell membrane, to cause that nutrient to be not soluble in water as it passes through the membrane. And so sphingosine and ceramide are coming to be more like you'll see this in lotion and things starting to be, which it's really the component in your skin even, and all the cells and all the endothelial cells which cover lining of yourself, all has to have condition. And sphingosine and ceramide help keep what's not ecological out of the cell and assist to cause the transport of nutrient across the cell membrane. In particular, like upstream cleaning is really going up to the top of the mountain, or where the top of the stream is, cleaning up there and working your way downstream, because it doesn't make sense to work downstream where you've got things upstream which is going to just come down and sully everything. So we coined this phrase upstream cleaning to define this insight, which really is going all the way up to your DNA, where faithful production of protein is produced. And in the story of a search back then, I had to find enzymes that was necessary to make sphingosine and ceramide, and I found those enzymes in life colloid. I also found quite a bit more in the life colloid. Like if you pickled a redwood tree for 10,000 years, you could see this substance really. It's full of DNA of the forest. And to form that life colloid had to require silica, which comes from a bethnic existence where there was ocean above it and tiny little diatoms deposited their skeleton into the deposit. Slow but sure, that comes to be an inland area, coming from a coastal area into an inland area. And once it gets into an inland area, you've got arboreal root and things, and rhizome and colloid that interact with the material, and you're ending up with a very amazing substance which is made out of loess, which is substance that's blown in the wind and the air, and alluvial substance which could be suspended in water. So it's very, very fine, and it's fed by all these conditions, which it ends up being of tiny little cages, which down in there you've got DNA and everything preserved of the forest, and that can be 10,000 years old, yeah. So the life colloid enabled me to be able to make sphingosine and ceramide because of the enzymes. And once I had sphingosine and ceramide, I had to make potassium rhodonase, and that is the life hydrate. I saw that connective tissue could only heal if you had proper north negative substance, and I saw that sphingosine and ceramide was necessary to transport element across the membrane of cells, and that things had to be small enough to get into the nucleus of the cell. And I saw the richest source of DNA and RNA, and telomerase is the life colloid, which Russians call mumia. It's a fresh source of shilajit. If you can imagine, if you've learned what shilajit is, you could see this is a petrified version of life colloid. So life colloid is a fresh source of this, which has to have always been kept moist, and used to be natty points in various places in the forest and things, but today, of course, because canopy mostly is gone, and a squirrel could have run all the way from Florida all the way up to Maine and never had to touch the forest floor, you know, in the times past.